All right, welcome to another episode of Empty Nest Adventures TV. I think the last time you kind of left us, we were at Hotel Emmen.
Emmen, yes.
Because the rack was being constructed for the camper. Motorcycle rack. So they needed the camper in order to do the initial build and fitting of it. So we were at a hotel, and I had made contact with somebody that I know from online in the Netherlands. Mm-hmm. He maintains an application called Tyre Navigation. It's what I use to plan out all our trips, even before we came here, plan motorcycle rides and stuff like that. And apparently he lives very, very close to Emmen. Netherlands. And he said, hey, what are you doing tomorrow for
breakfast?
Late breakfast, lunch, whatever it was. So we got up, we checked out of the hotel, and we headed to the little town where he said that we would meet them for a meal. It was kind of like a historic town. There were a lot of historic houses there. We were able to kind of look at the grass thatched roofs that were on there, and they explained it to us that it used to be a common thing because they last, what, 2 generations?
Two generations.
Yeah.
The tops, the roofs are made out of bundles of straw. It's like a straw or reed, and they compact them together, and it's like this thick.
Yeah, 6 or 8 inches.
Yeah, it's very thick. And right now, that used to be how they did it. Now, it's expensive to have that done. So, a lot of houses have a little part of it, and then clay tiles for the rest of it.
Yeah. They said not only was it expensive to have it installed, but also it's an insurance problem.
Apparently,
I guess because it's fire hazard.
A fire hazard. So, and I can see it because it's.
So we walked around the little village area a little bit, and apparently this was a stop for Vincent van Gogh at some point. They said he lived there for like 3 months or something like that. So, and then we found Jan and his wife who joined us. So there's 4 of us.
Such nice people.
And the dog. And we went into what was called a Pancake Farm.
Yes.
And that's because it was literally in an old cattle barn that they had converted to a restaurant, and it was which was built in an old cattle barn, and even had, the raised part in the middle, and then you step down into the sides where the table was.
And they had tables everywhere, and you had to go through small little rails or something
and
to
duck
step
your head
down,
to get through the doors.
And very cool.
Yeah, very rustic and very
cool.
Very old. I can't think of anything like it that I've ever been to in the United States. So now what they have, they call them pancakes.
Right.
I would say take a big omelet, with all kinds of stuff you can put in it, remove the egg and replace it with pancake.
But it's not really pancake. It's not like the thick buttermilk pancakes that we eat.
Yeah.
It is more like a crepe, but just a little bit thicker than a crepe. But it kind of tastes like a crepe. It's not sweet.
And you can get everything on it. I had like a meat lover's omelet on it or something like that, And
I had bacon and eggs.
Yeah, bacon and eggs on it. And then it comes the size of a pizza.
Yes,
we'll have some pictures of it that we did, and it's very hard to eat the entire thing.
Yes.
You can put syrup on them, but their syrup is different.
Their syrup, it's not maple syrup. When we were talking with them, they knew about maple syrup from Canada, the real maple syrup, and then, Mrs. Buttersworth. It's not like that. It's almost like a very sweet molasses. If you were to mix corn syrup and molasses together, it's kind of what it tastes like. Very sweet, but with a molasses kind of aftertaste, and it's very dark colored like molasses, but it really is very
good. We bought a bottle, so we have it.
I have a bottle.
So, and then we kind of got a little bit of a surprise because Jan's wife had brought a gift for us.
Oh, yeah.
It was a very nice painted tile, and somehow they guessed your favorite color, blue on it.
Cobalt blue.
We weren't expecting that.
Right.
So then after we had brunch, lunch, whatever you want to call it. It was probably 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon by the time we ate. I sat down with Jan to talk to him about Tyre navigation and kind of get a little bit of a history of it, some of the features that he's incorporated and how it works. And I'll continually put up the website where you can go download it. It's free. He only takes payment by donations. Yeah. It's an excellent tool to use for planning trips, especially if you've used Google Maps in the past, because you can actually use Google Maps inside of it. So it's a much better interface kind of wrapped around it, gives you lots of extra features to it. And we talk about that a little bit in the video as well. So
let's just let him watch the video.
Before we go to the video, though, we need to remind you.
Oh, yep.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Hit the little bell alert, and you'll get notified when other videos come out. Also, go over to our website at emptynestadventures.tv. We're trying to keep the content updated there. Well, we're kind of busy having adventures and trying to figure them out and be able to also document them as well. But the blog on there, if you scroll down on the homepage, there's a little section where you can subscribe to the blog. And those will be updated a little bit more often, because I can just sit down and just write a little synopsis of what we've done in that day or the past couple of days. And then finally, if you're on Facebook, you'll want to find us on Facebook, Empty Nest Adventures TV, and follow us there.
And we've had our 100th.
Yes, we have now. We've had our 100th follower. And as also at the time that we're taping this segment, we have over 500 views on our YouTube channel. So let's keep them going.
Keep them going.
So, all right. So here's the interview with myself and Jan, the creator and maintainer of Tyre Navigation. First of all, tell me your name, because I know it's Dutch, so I'm not going to pronounce it. I know it's Jan.
It's Jan.
Jan?
Jan.
Jan.
Yeah.
And last name?
In English you would say John, or Sean, yes. Irish.
Okay.
Like that.
All right. And you are creator, how do you say that, what you're in charge of Tyre navigation program?
I created Tyre.
You created it, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and we talked a little bit before over lunch, and tell me about this place that we're at, that we had lunch at today.
This location where we are right now.
The restaurant, yes.
Okay. Well, it's a very old farm here. It's a very poor region from the old days here in the province of Drenthe. And the farms were also very poor. And they were here for a very long time. So lots of these old poor farms are still here, but rebuilt and used for as houses to live in, or like a restaurant.
Okay. And we had a very good lunch, and I'm going to kind of describe it because I had what would be best described as a pancake omelet. Typically, when we have all those ingredients, it's mixed with eggs that are kind of scrambled, but it was in a pancake. It was very good. And you talk about this being farming country. The restaurant actually refers to itself, in the translation that I got anyway, as a pancake farm. Is the trail. We would probably call it a pancake house. That's close enough. Yeah. So as we were having lunch, your wife brought up the story about how you decided to create Tyre. So can you tell me that story?
Yeah. Well, it's a very nice story. With regards to my wife, because it was her idea. I got my first TomTom rider, a very old model. Well, I was very happy with it because I had my bike for I think about 2 years. Some people were talking about navigational motorbikes, and TomTom had their first device for bikers. Well, and I got it, and I was very happy with it. So, with a big smile on my face, I opened the box, and then the smile went off because I was very disappointed. Yeah, I liked the device, I wouldn't like it these days now, but I liked it then. But there was no software to create any routes. And that was my main point. I wanted routes I could prepare at home and then upload to the device and write them.
Yep.
So I went to my wife and said, it's a nice device, but I'm missing something. I'm very disappointed there's no software in it, in the box. Well, she said, she looked at me the way she can do it. She looked at me and she said, well, why don't you create it yourself? I said, huh? Yeah, you can create all kinds of software for different purposes, so why don't you create this software? Well, I was not familiar with Google Maps those days, but I knew Google Earth. So I started something with Google Earth, and that's how Tyre started.
Okay. And then how did it develop from that point?
In the beginning, it was a very simple piece of software, and like all my other software, I posted it on my website and said to everyone who likes it, download and use it if you like it.
Yeah.
So I have lots of downloads on my website, and I noticed that a lot of people downloaded it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wanted.
You weren't the only one that had a device that they couldn't use. So, yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So lots of people downloaded the software and responded to me that they liked it and came up with some suggestions. And that's how Tyre started to grow. Well, because when I can make people happy with something, I love that.
Yeah.
And so this became my second great hobby. My first great hobby is biking, riding my bike. This became my second great hobby, preparing the software, preparing my own routes, helping other people to create their routes.
Yep. Yep. I just wish I had a navigational device to get me to you sooner than what I did, because I struggled for several years.
You told me.
Like I said before, I used Microsoft Streets and Trips for years, but then you had to transfer that into something else that the GPS would read and having all that. So I know, because we've had several conversations through, and we don't know how many years it's been. We forgot, but
lots of years.
And I know I've copied your website for people to.
And I'm happy to finally meet you.
Yes, that's the big thing too. That's we wasn't sure this was going to happen, and just kind of came up kind of quick that we were able to do it. So I know that there was some pain in the journey that Tyre has gone through, and so now you're back and you're doing it basically yourself. So what's kind of your future for Tyre? Where do you see it going?
I want to keep it the way it is. Well, I've noticed in the years that people's wishes are growing, of course. There are coming new options, new possibilities, and I want to add them to Tyre to help people, to make Tyre even more user-friendly. But there are no special things that I have in mind to do.
Okay. One of the things that I would look at is that you look at a company like Harley-Davidson, known worldwide for motorcycles.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they would always say is that we make better motorcycles because we ride motorcycles. And I think that's why Tyre is a better navigation tool for motorcyclists, because a motorcyclist is developing it and designing it. Can you expand on that a little bit, or?
Well, if you want to plan your route, you don't want to face a website with lots of possibilities and to make lots of choices before you finally can start to plan a route. That's how I started. Like I explained during lunch, when you want to type a document, open the Word app and you just start typing your text. Word is an environment where you want to enter your text.
Yeah.
So, and that's how I see route planning software. Open the device, open the software, and just start entering your content.
Yeah.
That's why Tyre is starting with a map, an empty map without any routes or waypoints, and you have to just create your waypoints, and the route will grow from there.
Yeah, because I've talked. There's been other planners that I've used that want you to put in your start date or the date you're going to travel, or
Maybe interesting, but you don't have to start with that.
Yeah, or put in where you're going to start and where you want to finish, and then their name doesn't really fit the name that you want to give it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's getting a little bit deeper into, because literally with Tyre, you can just start it up and just double click someplace and you've started your route.
And that's your first,
You know,
first waypoint.
And
Yeah.
and a test to me when I try to start using a new application is I just want to start and see what I can do without reading any instructions
Yeah.
or anything. And if I can make a route out of it, then it's a pretty good tool.
Okay.
I'm the same way with editing, video editing tools. If I can sit down and I can put something together fairly simply without it, then I'll start learning the other things. And that's why I think with Tyre, and that's how I always describe it to people is that it uses Google Maps with a much more user-friendly and easier interface.
I'm glad to hear that.
And then there's lots of other tools within it that you can use that you can learn later. One of them that I use a lot is just picking a few select waypoints and finding out the distance between that. Lots of times when I'm planning rides or routes, I want to built in, where I want to stop for gas or where I want to have lunch. And so I can grab a couple points and go, well, that's going to take me 2 hours. Then I want to have lunch, so I can find a lunch spot there. So that's one by the way. Do you have any advice for a first-time user when they first open up Tyre, what they should do, and to get themselves familiar and love it as much as I do?
Okay, well, first, just try something to find out how it works. Double click to create a waypoint, double click somewhere else to create another waypoint, and you will immediately see the start of your route. Then decide where you want to go, double click again and again and again, or drag your route to another place to change the course of the route. And if you want to enter a hotel or a restaurant in your route, just have a look on the map. There's a restaurant, right click on the restaurant, and a menu will pop up. Go there, and it will be added to your trip. It's as easy as that.
Yep, and I can't remember how recently you added this, but it used to just kind of like add to the end of the itinerary.
Yeah.
But now you have it where you can add it before and after a selected waypoint, which makes things a lot more efficient. And I'd say kind of toward the end, one of the things that I found that I almost kind of look at it like it's hidden, but I don't, it's just another icon that's on there. And that is, I think it's called the travel book, where you click on it and it actually gives you like a spreadsheet of directions, so you can see how far, road, how far you're traveling and where you might want to plan to stop and some other things. And I'll tell you one thing, you can copy and paste that straight into like an Excel spreadsheet. And it works beautifully. So I've done that. So that's just kind of one of my little tips on it. So
okay.
Do you have anything else?
You found it.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that you want to add that we've talked about today?
If some user is very lazy and you want a beautiful route anyway, you can use the route creator.
Yes.
There is a button that can help you to decide where you want to start and where you want to end. It may be the same location. Enter the distance you want to ride, and Tyre will create a route for you.
Yeah.
And you can copy it to your device.
Yeah.
That's very easy. Easier is not possible, I think.
No. And that's something I haven't used a lot because I usually I'm very manual.
Me neither.
When I plan my own routes. But that's a good tip for somebody who wants to get started and wants to get into that. So thanks for joining us here, and we had a great
You're
conversation. Yeah, and keep making Tyre because I got to get around somehow.
And hope we'll meet again.
Yes, maybe.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.